Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Monday, June 18th, 2018. I'm Fredicia Liebert. The Nevis Island Administration is pleased that the construction of a new water taxi pier at Orly Beach has commenced. Today, Monday, June 18th, Premier the Honorable Mark Brantley gave us an update on that project.
Certainly the barges now arrived. The pilings, we're told, are going to be put down shortly, and that pier is going to be constructed. It has the full support of this government. We have done our consultations with the public, and a large consultation, large numbers of people came out to that consultation. We are listening to the ever-growing numbers of individuals involved in the water taxi business. It is certainly a business that is predominantly Nevisian-owned and has a large number of our people employed in it. This is something we want to encourage. This government is committed to encouraging small and medium-sized businesses as the backbone of our local economy. On completion, the state-of-the-art facility will also be comprised of a reception area and space for parking. I want to applaud Minister Jeffers for his work in this. This project has been delayed. We can't run away from that, but the expectation is that we should have it completed by Culturama this year, and that is what we're hoping to achieve. The project is being funded by the SIDF. This is one of those projects that we have been able to acquire funding from that fund, which, as we all know, is a fund that is derived from the Citizenship by Investment program. So we're very happy that we have been able to secure the funding for that, and from my understanding, all the funding is in place. It's just a question of the contractors doing what they're supposed to do, and the delays have largely been associated with the contractors making themselves available and coming to Nevis to have it done. The project comes at a cost of some $6 million. In more local news,
and we are here today to endorse and to thank two teachers for their sterling contribution in the field of science.
The Nevis Recyclers Association recently recognized 4 science teachers for their contribution to youth development in Nevis. 2 teachers, each from the Gingerland and Charlestown secondary schools, were presented with the awards.
The 2 teachers that we are here to congratulate on this is Julie Claxton and Vincent Adams. Now these 2 persons have contributed in the field of science for a tremendous amount of years. We have lost a few science teachers, but we know that teaching is a difficult task, and it takes a lot to be a teacher. Just like to thank all the teachers who have done a tremendous job over the years, and special thanks to my science teachers, especially Mr. Adams.
Making the presentations was Director of Youth Development, Zanella Claxton.
I would like to join Mr. Otley and the Nevis Recyclers Association as they honor and commend 2 of the teachers who were present here when I was a student here, and I had the privilege of being in the classrooms of both Miss Claxton and Mr. Adams. Miss Claxton taught me biology, and she taught it well, and I know she's doing an exceptional job even to this day. And Mr. Adams is a stalwart in the area of science, and I just want to commend them for their contribution to youth development throughout the years.
Meantime, Nevis Recyclers Association also made a similar presentation to 2 teachers at the Charlestown Secondary School for their years of sterling contribution to youth in the field of science. Biology teacher Gail Mills and physics teacher Meryl Carbon also received certificates and gift baskets in recognition of their long service. The presentation at the Charlestown Secondary School took place on June 8th, while the presentation at the Gingerland Secondary School took place on June 11th. The 1981 graduating class of the Gingerland Secondary School on Friday, June 15th, presented scholarships to 2 students, Jaricia Brown and Eldon Liebert. One of the members of the graduating class, in the person of Shefton Liebert, outlined the purpose of the scholarship.
You would notice that for this small sample of our class of 1981, we have done well. And we have done well because of the contribution of Gingerland High School, now Gingerland Secondary School, to our development. And because we are proud of the school and we are happy for what we were able to accomplish because of the work of the school, we have decided to give back in a tangible way.
Liebert noted that 2 checks will be presented to each student, one that should have been presented in September of 2017 and one for September 2018. Area Representative for St. George's, the Honorable Eric Evelyn, who is also a member of the graduating class, encouraged the students to stay focused and maintain their good grades.
This is the first time that we are doing such a thing, and so you are making history as being the first recipients of our generous donation, the scholarship fund. And I would encourage you as much as possible to kindly stay focused. Nowadays, you can be distracted in so many ways. Distractions come in so many ways, and they come in so many forms. They can come in sometimes your so-called friends. They can sometimes come in your families. They can sometimes come in your classmates. I want you to please stay focused on your goal. It's not too young for you to set your goals, so you can start setting your goals now in terms of a career, and we want you as much as possible to try to keep your grades up. Be very diligent in your work. Ensure that you do your homework. Ensure you do all of your assignments. Ensure you pay attention in class. And please, we also want you to ensure that you conduct yourselves properly at school, at home, in the community, wherever you go.
Agnola Hendrickson presented the donation to the students on behalf of the graduation class. Also present were members of the 1981 graduating class, Edson Elliott and Chesley Manners, as well as parents of Jaricia Brown and Eldon Liebert.
On behalf of my family and Jaricia's family, I would like to say thank you to the graduating class of 1981. And I could assure you that as parents, we are going to try our best. Are we going to continue to encourage the children to do well?
The presentation took place at the Gingerland Secondary School. Still to come,
I believe that with the quality of participants that we have for 2018, we will have a Culturama that will be extremely memorable.
The details after this break. Welcome back. The Nevis Preschool Teachers Association will continue its activities for Child Month 2018 with a Kids Athletic Day in collaboration with the Department of Youth and Sports on Wednesday, June 20th at the El Cemido T. Willett Park, beginning at 10 a.m.
We will have all the preschool children involved in various physical activities, incorporating both their fine and gross motor skills, which would include activities such as hurdle, solemn pole, and ball throw. And I'm here to invite the general public and parents to come out on the 20th of June just to see what our children have been learning during their physical education sessions with the sport coaches at the Department of Youth and Sports.
Coordinator of the Kids Athletic Day, Lisa Lee, noted that it is a time for the students to showcase what they've learned during the school year during their physical education sessions. And finally,
I believe that with the quality of participants that we have for 2018, we will have a Culturama that will be extremely memorable.
On Friday, June 15th, the Nevis Culturama Committee, in a uniquely styled event at the Charlestown waterfront, revealed the contestants and participants who will be taking part in various competitions for this year's festival. The Junior Kaizo contest will take place during the grand opening of Culturama on July 26th. It will feature King Invincible Theron Webb, singing Divi Divonique Liburd, King Akido Nesbitt, Legacy Zion Harding, Mighty J Marquise Washington, Mike Washington, Dequan Hendrickson, Nyla Kendall, Nyla Smithen, Rajon Fifield, Nyla Fifield, Shante Hendrickson, the reporter Jamali Lawrence, and Little Linney. 6 pairs of students will compete for the title of Mr. and Miss Talented Youth on July 29th. They are Deron Josiah and Hadassah Daniel of the Ivor Walters Primary School, Judel Wisdom and Nikelsia Kelly of Joyceling Library Primary School, Stefan Leader and Emma Jeffers of the St. James's Primary School, Tamali Wilkinson and DeQuanda Moving of St. Thomas's Primary School, Tishon Newton and Mikelsia Arthurton of Charlestown Primary School, and Kaim Sadler and Sharicia Brown of Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School. This was followed by the highly anticipated reveal of the senior pageant contestants. 5 for the Mr. Cool contest, namely participant number 1, Ranciato Jeffers, sponsored by Flo. Participant number 2, Deshaun Tweed, sponsored by Stella's Engineering. Participant number 3, Jonah Valerie, sponsored by Nevis Cultural Development Foundation. Participant number 4, Craig Angle, sponsored by the Nevis Culturama Committee. And participant number 5, Kwame Mayers, sponsored by the Nevis Tourism Authority. The Mr. Cool contest will be twinned with the Miss Cultural Swimwear contest on July 31st. Featured will be contestant number 1, Avis Glasgow, sponsored by the Nevis Solid Waste Management Authority. Contestant number 2, Cariella Liburd, sponsored by Clive Evelyn's Construction. Contestant number 3, Shanika Grant, sponsored by Car Brewery. Contestant number 4, Romisha Malone, sponsored by Flo. And contestant number 5, Vinette Jones, sponsored by Fit Wellness. Meantime, 4 ladies will vie for the title of Miss Culture Queen on August 5th. They are contestant number 1, Adiola Marsham, sponsored by Nevlek. Contestant number 2, Ariel Bergen, sponsored by Flo. Contestant number 3, Tiwana Cranston, sponsored by the Development Bank of St. Kitts and Nevis. And contestant number 4, Neela Jones, sponsored by Carib Brewery. Culturama 44 is set to run from July 26th to August 7th with the slogan Fet Food Folklore Culturama 44. That's how we end this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Fredicia Liburd. Thank you for viewing.